Hey, ba-dum-bum. Welcome to our yearly preview of WWE's Fastlane. I am the huge one, Dave Koco from KocoSports.com or KocoSports.net, but more importantly from ProWrestling.me. Hopefully we can build a great community over there. Baby steps at a time. So go sign up for ProWrestling.me. And joined as always, LK. LK, welcome to the preview show.
It's got to be good, Dave. When we say it's got to be good, I mean it this time. This has to be good. No ifs, buts, maybes. No, it could be good or it might be good. It has to be good. We say this every single damn preview show. You just, before you click on it, you're like, it has to be good. Like WrestleMania 32, okay, our preview show. I bet you my phone we come on here and saying it has to be good. This is the exact words. This is the exact words that are going to come out of my mouth, okay? The build-up has been absolutely shitty, so WrestleMania has to deliver. That's the words that are going to come out of our mouth.
I thought the Royal Rumble was pretty decent for WWE standards. I didn't mind the Royal Rumble, and you got to remember, they had a really shitty Raw going into it. This week's Raw was really shitty, so maybe it'll be good. Here's the thing. Well, let's start with the positive, and then we'll hit them with the negative. The positive is, I can honestly say go up and down this card, have no idea who's going to win. That's the positive. I could be like, hey, I'm going to give you predictions, but I could see in every single match an argument made about every single person winning. That's a good thing. Here's the bad thing. I don't give a shit after every single match. So, they got half the equation right. If they got, you don't know who's going to win, and oh my God, I can't wait, Wrestle Kingdom 10 with AJ Styles Nakamura. You didn't know who was going to win, but you fucking cared. They got half of it. They have the half of, I honestly don't know who's going to win. You can make an argument for every single person on this card winning. So that's a good thing, WWE. Give yourself a Barry Horowitz. Now the bad news. I don't give a shit who fucking wins any goddamn match. So I don't know. I mean, do we give him half credit? Do we say, good job, champ? Punch him on the shoulder? I mean, it's a step in the right direction. It's not predictable. I mean, you can make an argument for anything. I guess, the easy bet would be Roman Reigns. But the thing is, Roman Reigns has that John Cena heat. So, if Roman Reigns wins, it's like, of course he did. And then if Roman Reigns loses, the same people would be like, see, I told you he wasn't going to make it. And that's what happens when you push someone down their fucking throat. The end result makes everyone not happy. Way to go, WWE. Roman Reigns wins, no one's happy. Roman Reigns loses, no one's happy. Way to go. That's booking at its finest. I mean, that's what you want. You want, you know what? I don't know. Let's be positive. At least they got one thing right. All right. So do you think?
Sorry. You said we're going positive, so I had to have a change of wardrobe.
No problem. We had more comments. Never mind. Moving on. Let's just focus on this pay-per-view. All right, here we go. We're going in the order that it's on Wikipedia. The main event isn't last, but the best match is last. So we'll just go with. And the first match here, you got Kalisto versus Albert Del Rio. According to Wikipedia, that was the pre-show match. I thought Kevin Owens was the pre-show match, but Wikipedia has that. So it could be, I don't know who's right. But Kalisto versus Albert Del Rio, 2 out of 3 falls. Like I said, Wikipedia says it's the pre-show match. I think the best match is the pre-show match, if that's the case. I don't even need to buy the fucking pay-per-view. We'll fucking review the pre-show, fucking wrap that bad boy up, and put quick results down in the comments below. Oh, it's going to be the best goddamn review ever. Del Rio usually is a bag of shit. I mean, he was great in Ring of Honor. He was great in Lucha Underground. But something about Kalisto fucking brings out the best of Del Rio. And a best of 3 match I find to be exciting. I'm going to go with, I think Kalisto wins, but I'm just throwing shit on the wall. I don't have any, I can see Del Rio winning this. I can see that. But I think it depends on what Del Rio shows up. But Del Rio usually versus Kalisto, he shows up to be a pro wrestler and not a guy who just fucking signs contracts for $1.5 million.
You know what it is, don't you? It's when he wrestles Kalisto, he's like, I'm at Lucha Underground, and then it clicks at the end like, oh shit, I'm still here. He looks around like, oh come on, I thought I was at Lucha. I had to bring my A game. No, I agree.
That is a possibility. I mean, because he did fight the original Sin Cara, and those matches were horrible. And so maybe, you know, he's bringing out the Lucha Underground style, the Lucha style out there. You know, it reminds me, like, back in the day when I was in the Marine Corps, they used to have shitty brownies. That, like, they were fucking horrible. And I'm pretty sure the brand name was Shitty Brownies. But you'd have to, like, lay on a rock or a desert somewhere and, like, close your eyes and be like, this is a brownie. This is a brownie. You, like, had to mentally prepare yourself to say it's a brownie. That's what I think Del Rio does. Del Rio's like in the gorilla position. This is Lucha Underground. This is Lucha Underground. And then he has a good match, you know? He mentally prepares. He envisions his future. So I'm excited. I say Kalisto. What do you say?
I think Bertie's going to get the win here. I honestly think Bertie's going to get the win because then Kalisto can move on to the tag titles with Sin Cara at Mania because I think they're going to do Dudley's, Lucha Dragons, Usos, and the New Day at Mania. So I think Kalisto's going to drop the belt to Bertie tomorrow at Fastlane. That's my 2 cents. As you American industry.
That makes a lot more sense. I went with Kalisto because you have like real reasoning. Give yourself a Barry Horowitz. All right, next. You got the main event. Obviously not in match order. You got Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar will be with Paul Heyman. A lot of internet rumors about heel turns. I think a Brock Lesnar heel turn would be the biggest waste of time because Brock is just Brock. I don't think he's a fucking heel or a face. Dean Ambrose would be the saddest fucking heel turn ever. And Roman Reigns would be awesome. And WWE is not in the business of being awesome. So my prediction is 0 heel turns. I don't think there'll be a heel turn. You know, the easy money, the easy Vegas, Atlantic City favorite is Roman Reigns. But I don't know, man. I don't know if that's the way they go. Because I'm going to make an argument for all 3, and then I'll let you go. Dean Ambrose, he's at least getting cheered. That's a positive thing. You know what I mean? Like, he's the face. Roman Reigns is the chosen one. You know, it's a curse and a blessing, whatever. Fucking, yay, Roman Reigns beats the odds. I don't know. Roman Reigns is like that fucking kid who fucking washes his dad's fucking Lamborghini and gets a free Lamborghini, and his dad goes, see, hard work does pay off, son. That's Roman Reigns and John Cena in real life. And then you got Brock Lesnar. I think Brock Lesnar, Triple H, you know, they do give a shit about the casual fans. The casual fans. I think that brings in the most money. I think, like, if you don't watch pro wrestling and you're like, oh, Triple H versus Brock Lesnar, I'd turn that on. You know what I mean? I could see a lot of people watching WrestleMania just for that don't watch Raw. And they're probably a lot happier than we are. That's not a good thing, though, to be. When people watch less of your product and they're happier, that's not good. That's not a good thing. You're the fucking Krispy Kreme donuts of fucking television. You got... So, I don't know. I made an argument for all 3. Who you got winning? You go with the Atlantic City favorites?
Firstly, Ambrose should not turn heel because if he turns heel, he's going to get cheered for turning on Roman. So that, in essence, won't make him turn heel. Lesnar, like you said, turning heel does not make any sense in the world because he's going to get cheered for being Brock Lesnar. Roman Reigns turns heel, he's going to get booed out of the fucking building. But the issue is, Dave, will we have to throw a flag? Because will we have to do the apologize to Rick Rude? Because he's a heel for being shit, which is the apologize to Rick Rude. Roman Reigns is a great heel. No, he's being the Eva Marie of Monday Night Raw. So will we have to throw an apologize to Rick Rude flag out there? Because we don't want to be throwing flags, but we might have to.
We're going to have to think about it, because here's the thing. Roman Reigns is better than John Cena. He's better than most shitty people in WWE. You know what I mean? Like, I think Roman Reigns is completely average. And WWE has been in such a shit state at the main event scene, completely average is a step up. Like, it really is. I think Roman Reigns, he has a nice Superman punch, has a nice spear. He does that fucking cha-cha kick at the fucking side of the entrance or whatever. I don't fucking know. The guy is completely average. But I mean that as a compliment. Jesus Christ, have you seen the last fucking couple main eventers? I feel like I'm a fucking American Party voter. At least my guy's better than the last guy. Yeah, way to go, fucking champ. He's better than the last guy. He's completely average, so I don't know. He would have to drop a lot to be Eva Marie standards. He would have to drop. He's no Eva Marie. He's no Eva Marie in a sack, Vince McMahon quote.
Prediction though is Dean Ambrose to win. I think Dean Ambrose will win.
You think Dean Ambrose is going to win?
Yeah.
I think he did sell the most merchandise without any marketing.
Exactly. He sold the most merchandise, and that's the underdog story that they love to do at Mania. They love that underdog story. They adore it. Last year, Reigns' underdog story. The year before, Daniel Bryan underdog story. You know, it just goes on and on. I mean, 20 Benoit, 21 Batista Cena, 22 Rey Mysterio, 23 Batista, 20. You just go on and on. They love that underdog story, and that's what I think they'll go for. And I think it could be a great match as well.
But they've had 9-foot tall fucking underdogs. Like Roman Reigns is a bad WWE. Like my favorite moment of the year for Roman Reigns is when he beat the living shit out of Kofi Kingston. And they made Roman Reigns sound like the underdog. It's still my favorite moment in WWE. Like, I don't know if that happened this year or last year, but it's one of my favorite moments in WWE history. They're like, he beat the odds. Kofi Kingston is like 3'3", 110 fucking pounds, and has never won. Roman Reigns is 9'8", 7,000 fucking pounds, and never loses. How the fuck is he the underdog? And what world? Kayfabe world, real world. I don't know, but they could tell a really shitty underdog story with Roman Reigns. This is what I think. I'm gonna go. You know what? I think they're trying. I think they're trying to save WrestleMania. I think this is what they're gonna do. Roman Reigns turns heel on Dean Ambrose. Brock Lesnar wins. Brock Lesnar versus Triple H is good enough for marketing. You can get it on ESPN without it being embarrassed. You could get casual fans involved. And you got a former UFC champion who beat the streak going against Triple H. All right, so that's marketable. Then you got a heel Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose is an everyday guy who fucking has just trusted the wrong friends. He trusted Seth Rollins. That didn't work out. He trusted Roman Reigns. That didn't work out. He trusted that girl backstage interview. That didn't work out, or it's not going to work out. But so there you go. This guy, he's like the fucking real life Bruce Willis, and that's what I think they should be going for. I think they should just like get on the phone and be like, "Oh, my fucking girl left me. Roman Reigns turned his back on me. Seth Rollins turned his back on me. Sold more goddamn merchandise than John Cena over the winter season, and that fucking went nowhere." Click. And he's just like, I got it. Like, you could see Roman Reigns being an angry Bruce Willis. Like, he's walking to the ring, and he's like, God damn, stone cold, shattered glass everywhere. Why didn't I wear boots today? Fucking, there's a bunch of fucking people with bad European accents being like, oh, just give up, and I'll give you back your family. I don't know what the fuck I was talking about, but I think Brock Lesnar's going to win.
What I actually think, that's what I want. The Emperor's is what I actually think is. I think Reigns is going to win. And then the next night on Raw, do you know they're doing that special trophy presentation of Vince McMahon's Senior Award? I think that award is going to be announced by H and Stephanie to go to Vince. Vince comes out, accepts the reward. Roman Reigns comes out, Superman punches Vince, breaks the trophy because it wouldn't be a wrestling show if the trophy didn't break. H then comes out, they start brawling, security comes and separates them. That's the one and only time you're going to get billed for the whole next 5 weeks. Then you're going to see Roman Reigns in 3-on-1 handicap matches, Roman Reigns on 4-on-1 handicap matches, Roman Reigns on 5-on-1 handicap matches.
And he's going to beat the odds again and again and again. Yeah, that's a huge possibility. Let me tell you, Vince McMahon doesn't respect his father enough considering everything he gave him. Like, I remember when the network came out, like, people had to, like, interrupt them and be like, your father did something for you. But if it's Vince McMahon or John Cena, that's such a fucking wasted award. Like, no shit. Like, I think it'd be even funnier if it is Vince McMahon. Your father fucking hated you. Oh, now fucking like I can just see him break it down. Who loves me now, Dad? Who loves me now? Just break it down on fucking stage. Yeah, it's a possibility. I do think they're never gonna do it, but I always pitch this idea, and Boom Boom's like, oh, if it was an accident, I wouldn't make it an accident. Roman Reigns needs to Superman punch Stephanie McMahon on purpose. That's the only way you're building any interest in this fucking match whatsoever. And she fucking completely deserves it, like in character and in real life. That's it.
If the world wasn't so politically correct, I think there has a huge possibility of happening. But the world's so politically correct right now.
Yeah, but here's the problem. Then fucking feminists are full of shit. Because if a woman can go around beating fucking men for no fucking goddamn reason, and a man can't beat them back, then you just admitted you're weaker. Like, if you think Stephanie McMahon could not, because you're politically correct, you're like, oh, Stephanie McMahon cannot get punched because, oh, what will the children think? Think of the children. Then you admitted women are weaker. You've just fucking, you've just exploded on yourself. You've exploded on yourself. You can't have Stephanie McMahon slapping people in the back, going to the ring, slapping everyone, and then be like, oh, well, she just got Superman punched. How dare you? Right there, you politically correct fucking people. This is why you cave in on yourself. You admitted to the world that women are not equal. That's on you, man. Fucking look yourself in the mirror, bitches. Anyway, we got way off topic. Roman Reigns is most likely going to win.
Yeah, what are we talking about, Dave? We just wasted 20 minutes of everyone's lives there. Reigns is going to win. Take that to the bank.
All right, we got the old, here's a great wrestler versus the piece of shit, but the piece of shit has a good storyline, and you know they love pieces of shit with storylines. You got Brie, fucking, I'm only a good person because of who I married, Bella, versus Charlotte. Rumors are Brie Bella's leaving, so hopefully Charlotte just gets the win. They tap her on the ass and say, thanks, you got a pay-per-view match. Go enjoy your husband because he's a better human being than you could ever imagine you ever being. Like, even when you pretend. You know, like when people talk about themselves, they think of themselves as better than what they really are. It's a human quality that you really got to enjoy. Brie Bella's like, yeah, I'm never going to be as good person like him. I mean, there is the fear of Brie Bella wins and then they have a rematch at WrestleMania. But if that's the case, every fucking woman ever in WWE is a whore. You're just a whore. And fucking like, I love how there's a feminist divas movement. Stephanie McMahon can't get punched. Yeah, well then you just admitted women are weaker. Then you're like, oh, well, Brie Bella, she married her way into position. Come on. All right, yeah. Well, fucking Stephanie, you are fucking feminist of the year. Matter of fact, can we just give her the award? Hold on, give me 5 seconds. Here you go, Stephanie. Here's your award, baby. Get fucking drunk. You are feminist of the goddamn year. Fucking too bad that year's 1958, but still, you're doing a good job. Fucking whore. Charlotte has to win, but there is always that piece of shit with a storyline. WWE loves a piece of shit with a storyline. Who you going with? Piece of shit with a storyline or Charlotte? I fucking slowly but surely am fucking dying on the inside for fucking being a WWE diva.
See, if this was any other promotion, we'd just be like, yeah, Charlotte's going to get the win. It's a filler heading into WrestleMania. That's what, if it had any other promotion on the whole planet, we would be like, okay, yeah, it's just some filler heading into Mania. Charlotte can get another win under her belt and Brie Bella can get her last little title match before she fucks off. But because it's WWE, in the back of your mind, you're sat there thinking, holy shit, she's going to win that damn belt, isn't she? You're like, she's going to win that damn thing. Oh, but if they do have her win, I think at Mania they'll do the four-way route with Becky Lynch, Charlotte, Sasha Banks, and Brie Bella. I don't think you're going to get a one-on-one rematch. I think they'll turn into a four-way. So if Brie Bella does win, I don't think it's going to be the end of the world. I think it's going to be the exact same match. The only difference is Brie Bella's going to be involved. Because, it'll be her last WrestleMania. I will sacrifice her being in the Divas title at WrestleMania for her retiring and never stepping foot in a wrestling ring again. Sound like a dick, sound like a douchebag. I don't care because she's a sack of shit in that ring. Like, what have you? I sit there, even on main event, okay, they have the leniency to go out there and just put on 5-star match. That's what people use main event for. And she goes out there and puts on stinker after stinker. She ruins main event for me. And I don't want my main event ruined, okay? 'Cause main event's my favorite weekly programming. So Brie
Mine used to be Velocity. If you go back, Velocity was the fucking shit back in the day. No one watched it. WWE Velocity was awesome. But yeah, I guess maybe main event nowadays is the sleeper show that no one watches. Man. Is Charlotte winning this?
No. I honestly think Brie Bella's winning because it doesn't make sense. So they'll do it. They'll be like, swerved ya, didn't see that coming, swerved ya. Like, no.
Well, we didn't see anything coming, but that's not the problem. The problem is we don't give a shit. You know, it's sometimes the WWE with their swerved ya thing fucking cracks me the fuck up. I don't like. All right. Like, oh, you want a pizza? I dropped the pizza on the ground. Swerved you. You didn't see that coming. Yeah, you're right. I didn't see you dropping my pizza on the ground. Fucking, you tricked me, pal.
Now it's not dirty and I have to eat it. Thanks for that.
All right, we're not even going to probably talk about this match. We'll go to some live comments soon. I forgot this. I haven't done a live show in a while. I forgot we have live comments. I apologize. Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks versus Team B.A.D. Then the biggest who gives a shit. Maybe Team B.A.D. and Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks turn on each other. Maybe. But I'm going to say Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks because, well, sometimes in a woman's life, talent has to mean something. And this is the time. Like this pay-per-view just shows you if you're going to get your 1953 fucking Feminist of the Year award, Stephanie. Will talent beat out random fucking horse? That's it. You decide. You decide at this pay-per-view. If you want to give a little speech and be like, girl power! Yay! Ain't I great? Buy my pink shirt. If you're going to be that girl, then prove it. If not, you're like, yeah, oh, we're angry. The heels who can't wrestle won. Yeah. That's never happened. It's called the 2000s. Do you ever notice, since the year 2000, a heel is just someone who can't wrestle. Like, he can't wrestle. He's a heel. She's a heel. All right, we got 3 more matches, but let's go to some live comments.
Well, if we go to live comments, what happens if they talk about a match that we haven't broke down yet?
All right, then let's. All right, well then you just boom boomed them. You just boomed them. Boom the live comments. All right, let's break down the last 3 matches. You got Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler. 2 great wrestlers, and once again, I could be wrong. I feel the Intercontinental title isn't the best wrestlers. I feel it's wrestlers they don't want in the main event. They're like, Dolph Ziggler, Kevin Owens, people like you, we don't. Here's the Intercontinental title. I think Kevin Owens has to win because, you know. Moving on. Your prediction.
Kevin Owens. I think they're going to go down Kevin Owens versus Jericho for the IC title at Mania. I honestly do. I think Jericho is going to go for his 10th IC title, win it at Mania, and then because he's scheduled for a few months after he's scheduled for a SmackDown TV taping, he's been announced for it. So I think he's going to win the IC title, have a few months run with it, and then maybe even retire. But that's for him to decide, and I don't think he will, because obviously as long as he can keep doing what he's doing, go do Fozzy, stay in good shape, keep coming back, go do Fozzy, keep coming back, he's going to fucking do that as long as biologically possible, and rightly so, he can make money doing it. Yeah. But, you know, he's the guy that, you know, gets the double digits, make that record for IC titles, then ride off into the sunset. If I was booking Jericho, that's how I'd book him. But, you know, that wouldn't happen. But, yeah, I do see Kevin Owens.
All right, so Kevin Owens wins. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, because Kevin Owens, you know, could cut a promo, and then he could have a Jericho, and that could be a good promo war. You know, Kevin Owens say, look, I don't give a shit if we've won 9 IC champs. I'm the champ now. I'm the man. So shut the fuck up, you old piece of shit. Obviously, that's paraphrasing. He isn't actually going to say that, because he'll get kicked off the air. Yeah, but, you know, it's such an easy story. Easy story to go into.
Yeah. All right, you got next. This is going to be hard to fucking read. Ryback, Big Show, and Kane, we'll call them the Titans, versus the Wyatt family minus the one that has the best promos. I was going to say the one without talent, but that's not fair to Luke Harper. Like, Luke Harper's amazing. I was going to say the Wyatt family, except for the one that has talent, but then I saw Luke Harper, and I couldn't. I couldn't do it! I couldn't do it, Luke! I couldn't even go through with the joke because you're so amazing. Too bad no one's ever going to know. Ryback, Big Show, and Kane versus the Wyatt family minus their leader, Bray Wyatt. Yeah, here's the thing. A lot of people, Big Show cries. Kane is smart. Ryback is funny. That doesn't mean they're good wrestlers. All right? Granted, Big Show was his little interview, fucking feel good. Sure, whatever. Felt great. But they still can't wrestle. Like, I love when, like, the WWE tries to fucking get you with the Olympics fucking booking. Like, oh, the Big Show cried. Yeah, but he's still not a good wrestler. Kane is really smart, but he's still not a good wrestler. Ryback. Moving on. I think, and this is for Wrestling Ranted. I don't know. I know Wrestling Ranted did a preview show, but I'm doing this for Wrestling Ranted. Wrestling Ranted, this is for you. The Wyatts have to win. If the Wyatts lose to fucking Big Show, Kane, and Ryback, let's just cancel the fucking Wyatts TV show. Let's just don't even come back. You know what I mean? When Ryback, Big Show, and Kane win, just head to the back and never return. It's over, man. What? How much farther can you drop? I mean, Bray Wyatt will be on goddamn Superstars fucking computing with Zack Ryder over a goddamn tweet. You can't drop any farther than this, all right? I think they have to get the Wyatts to win, so whoever the Wyatts lose to at Mania feels like they're not just beating the random guy who loses to everybody. Like, Bray Wyatt would be like, hey, fucking guy we got to put over at Mania. Don't remember when we lost to everybody. Remember when we beat the Big Show, Kane, Ryback last month. Yeah, but you lost to everyone. No, don't bring that up. Don't. I think the Wyatts have to win, but I don't know.
So that means Kane, Ryback, and Big Show are going to win. That's totally booking. It makes sense.
Probably. I mean, what the fuck? What can the Wyatts even say anymore? The Wyatts went from I'm scary, fucking Dark Lord, look at me, I'm gonna ha 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 ha, to fucking that homeless guy that fucking just says, look out, spaghetti's gonna fall from the sky. And you're like, we got it, Bray. Well, watch out for spaghetti. Here, have Stephanie McMahon's Feminist Award. There you go. Like, unless Bray Wyatt is just gonna be some crazy homeless man gimmick, everyone has one of those in their town. So, sometimes even women. Uh-oh, did you disappear? Oh, no! Hopefully we're still on the air. All right. And then last one. Hold on. Let me message him because I have no idea if I'm on the air, if he's on the air. Damn you, YouTube. Hey, yo. All right. I'll just pretend I'm on the air. Let's go to live chat. Am I on the air? Oh, he's back.
I'm here. I don't know what happened.
I don't know if I was on the air or not. I was asking people in the chat, but man, we got a lot of people in the chat. We got to rock that. Do you give a shit about the 6-man tag?
Oh no, I think it could be one of the worst pay-per-view matches in 2016.
All right.
I'm just gonna. Honestly,
I mean, we did say it's a prediction, Jen. Do you have a prediction?
The Wyatt family will win, but I'm not interested. So.
I know you didn't live in the 80s because anytime anyone in the 80s has asked, do you have a prediction? The only correct answer is paid. All right, you're young, I'm old. AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. You know what? I just hope it's a good match. I really do. I hope it's a good match. I think AJ Styles has to win, but you never know because you hear stupid internet rumors that he has heat. I don't know because AJ Styles isn't getting a pop in certain arenas that we thought he would be getting. It makes me sad when great wrestlers don't get over because it just gives them more fuel. It's like, see, he can wrestle, and in fucking East fucking West Carolina, no one cheered for him, but no one cheered for anyone that night. Yeah, but fuck you. Fuck AJ Styles. That was the worst Vince McMahon impersonation ever. I think AJ Styles has to win, but more importantly, I hope it's just a great match. I hope it's a great match. I'm looking forward to it. I think Kalisto Del Rio, I think, will be match of the night. I think AJ Styles, Chris Jericho is, if it's a really good match, would be interesting. Owens versus Dolph Ziggler could be a really good match. And the others, you have like a couple good guys win and a couple booked. You know, you might have yourself a good pay-per-view here, WWE. You'll fuck it up, but you might. You might have yourself a good pay-per-view. I'm saying AJ Styles because it's just going to be hard for him to have a decent pay-per-view match at Mania after losing a best-of-3 to Jericho. That's my thoughts on it.
Unless they screw it, they might screw him out of it. You know, and have Jericho win, maybe put his foot on the rope, saying, "Look, I'm more experienced than you. I know what I'm doing inside that. So you made a rookie mistake or something like that." But I hope they didn't do it. I honestly hope they let AJ win.
It's a pay-per-view. It's a pay-per-view best-of-3.
It's a pay-per-view where we're heading in where Brie Bella could win the Divas belt. Okay,
that is true. That is true.
Standards are not null and void. Null and void. Standards are null and void.
We need a clean victory. Dear WWE, we need a clean victory on this one. If you wanna fucking, you know, have AJ Styles lose so the internet gets angry because you fucking masturbate to angry internet, then go for it. But please, just have a clean finish. Just have a clean finish. For the love of fucking Pete. You know, like you know what? I'll just yawn at you. Like if AJ Styles loses by clean finish, I'll just like WWE and just walk away. Like, but if it's not a clean finish, it's such a fucking pussy move. It's like, oh, I want to make the internet angry, but I'm a fucking pussy about it. We call that the Kanye West. I have no idea if Kanye West does that shit.
That was awful. That was really bad. That was all. I didn't understand that in any way, shape, or form.
Because doesn't Kanye West always say weird shit on Twitter?
I don't know. Maybe. You may think I'm a young hipster, but I give zero shits about pop culture in any way. I care more about Brie Bella versus Charlotte than pop culture.
I know nothing about pop culture except fucking that. Like, I have no idea what Kanye sings. I have no idea what Justin Bieber sings. Like, I only heard one Justin Bieber song because one of the schools had one of his songs up, and that's it. I heard Baby. Yeah. Anyway, that's why we don't write for WWE. Do you have a prediction? Hey.
For what?
Fucking AJ Styles.
Oh, AJ Styles. Match of the night. I think it will be match of the night for sure.
I don't think so. I think it will be Kalisto Del Rio.
I think it'll get, I don't know though, because Kalisto Del Rio, if that gets given a lot of time, I think that could be great. But I think Jericho versus AJ, I think the storytelling will be a lot better. And I think if AJ gets the win, that could be a huge win and a huge. If you look back in a year's time and the guy's main eventing, then that'll be a moment that you look back upon. So,
well, he will be main eventing. Hopefully, a New Japan.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Back, AJ.
Could you imagine a SummerSlam promoted with AJ Styles in the main event? It just doesn't. It won't happen. It won't happen. I feel sorry for the guy wasting his time there, but
I don't know. Well, the thing is, it's not even a money issue. A lot of people think, especially like younger fans, they think it's a money issue. I don't think it's a money issue as much as you're on the biggest stage and you'll be remembered forever. You know, like I think that's the bigger issue. I think that's the bigger draw to WWE than the actual money.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's the biggest stage, especially if you're talented. Like if you're not talented, yeah, just take that WWE money and shut the fuck up and kiss that Vince McMahon ass. Don't grab his shoulder. But just kiss that Vince McMahon ass. But if you're talented, the real reason you go to WWE is because it's the biggest stage. You don't go for the fucking money. It's just. But then again, nowadays people don't understand passion. Like, I think the happiest story in the world is someone who gets paid a lot of money following their passion. Not enough people do that anymore. Yeah, AJ Styles has to win. Willie, tune in. All right, go into live comments. at David T. Dragon Knight. I said it somewhere else, and I'll say it here. I hate. Think of the children's 11. And yes, WWE to PC to have Reigns accidentally Superman punch Stephanie. I would never have him accidentally. If it's accidentally, it's such a waste of fucking time, and it's I don't know. It's like I don't know. I work in I worked in television and writing and all that shit before. Nothing pisses me off like, oh, we're gonna push the envelope, and then they don't push it. They're just like, oh, what happened was it was an accident. Like if he accidentally pushes Stephanie McMahon, it's like, wow, it's the worst of both worlds. You didn't have the balls to take a chance, and you're gonna make the PC people happy or unhappier. I don't know. Check out prowrestling.me. John Ball said too sweet on Facebook. Richard gave us a thumbs up. Thank you, Dion Wells, for giving everyone giving us thumbs up on Facebook. Thank you. And now to the things. We might have missed some live comments. So JT Shet 81 is the first live comment we're getting to because fucking YouTube. If Roman wins, I quit WWE. LOL. Yeah.
You better get your quitting cap ready.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people do. Like, it's so funny too because like people think that people don't stop watching WWE, and they do. Look at the ratings. Look at the thing. Like, I always use this as an example. Me and Boom Boom started a long time ago. Like, there was this thing called radio back in the day. And I remember, like, you had to pay money to be a podcaster. I mean, you might still have to pay money, but you don't have to pay money for YouTube, all that. You had to pay a lot of money for podcasts. There was a million more podcasts then than now. It's just, people are like, oh, well, there's an old guy. He kept watching WWE. Let me tell you, as an old guy, there are thousands of my friends that fucking just stopped watching. I don't know. Like, there's this joke that, people don't quit WWE. If that's the case, where's the ratings? If that's the case, you'll find out when you're older. A lot of times, if something's number one, they're like, "Oh, no one's on it," and it's not the case. Ray says, "What's the percentage of Ambrose, Reigns, or Lesnar winning?" All right, let's go percentage. I think Reigns has to go at least a high 60. I would say Reigns. This is my predictions. You can go percentage-wise. Break it down percentage-wise. I think Reigns 60%, Lesnar 25%, Ambrose 15%.
I've got Reigns 50, Ambrose 30, and Lesnar 20. I don't think they're gonna. I changed that. I changed that a lot. Reigns 50, Ambrose 35, Lesnar 15. I honestly, I don't think Lesnar's winning this at all.
Really? Well, me and you both, I guess we both agree that Reigns is the favorite just because WWE being WWE. But I honestly think Lesnar has a better chance than Ambrose. Because I'm just thinking like how WWE thinks, marketing and all that shit. I could be wrong.
We've seen them H versus Lesnar at SummerSlam a couple years back. We've seen them at WrestleMania a couple years back. We've seen them at Extreme Rules a couple years back. Do we really have to say it again? Like Ambrose and
don't think they give a shit. Like I'm just thinking like WWE. I just don't think they give a shit. Ambrose is going to win. All right. By the way, can you stop the podcast? Not now, but in the future.
Yeah. I can stop.
Okay. We had a little problem with Google earlier.
Swerved you. Surprise.
Yeah. Ray says, if Roman wins, I'll drive the fast lane straight off a fucking cliff. Nice. There's two different Rays. There's Ray with R-A-E and Ray R-E-I. So that's going to be confusing.
You'll be able to separate them because one talks about porn.
Oh, okay. We'll say Ray S and then the original Ray. Should Reigns turn heel after Fastlane? I think he should have turned heel for a while, but I think it might be a John Cena situation where we're like, oh, he should turn heel. It makes sense. He should turn heel. And then, like, eventually he'll be like, I'm not selling T-shirts. Should I turn heel? Fuck you. No one wants to see you turn heel anymore, Cena. The only people that want to see you fucking turn heel is no one. It's the people that fucking pretend they're wrestling fans and didn't fucking watch, but they're like, hey, we could do this on YouTube. It's going to be a total shock, but Ambrose is going to win. All right, well, let's go on Sasha. Sasha's pussy is incredible. Dave, how was TNA this week? Get the fuck
here's a cheap plug. I've already reviewed TNA on the VIP sections, and when the show's finished, I'll drop the link in the description below. I'm going to be honest, a little sneak peek. I gave it a strong tie - weak win. Okay, so all you TNA fan people, you can have pre-cum running down the side of your leg now. That's fine. But when I break it down, you're going to understand why I gave it a strong tie weak win, and you're going to cry yourself to sleep at night because then it will hit you. It will make you realize, and then you'll cry. Be warned. Great show, by the way. I enjoyed that show a lot.
Adrian, Roman Reigns 98%, Dean Ambrose 1%, Brock Lesnar 1%. Yeah. It's just. Why, WWE? Roman Reigns 100% by Ray. Thomas says all-time, all-promotion Mount Rushmore of don't give a fuck champions. All right, don't give a fuck. Like, they don't give a fuck or we don't give a fuck about them? That's tough. I guess he means don't give a fuck, we don't give a fuck about them. You know what? I'm going to go... I don't know. There's so many because you can only do 4, right?
Yeah.
Like how many are Mount Rushmore? I officially cannot go back to America. I am not allowed to go back to America. History teacher, American. How many people are on Mount Rushmore? Every student that ever got that question wrong, I fucking pass. I don't think we ever talked about Mount Rushmore ever. All right. So let's say there's 4. The 4 horsemen. Sure, there could be 5. I don't know. There's definitely more than 3. So we'll say 4. 4 don't give a shit about champions. That's tough. Because, like, I just think of fucking 27 off WWE alone. Like, off WWE. And not all that, but WWE didn't give a shit about him? Because, you know, like, Rey Mysterio's title run could have been great, but they didn't give a shit about that. You have the great Khali and guys like that, but then also you got, like, the Dave Bautista, Randy Ortons, and John Cena's. There's so many. There's so many. And, like, this is a deep fucking question. This question might get your own video. This question is getting your own video.
Matt Hardy's the top of my list. I got Matt Hardy, Matt Hardy's children, Matt Hardy's wife, Matt Hardy's mum.
Let's go Hardy Rushmore. Hardy Rushmore. There's fucking Jeff up there, too. Yeah,
Spliff could be up there. He could be up there smoking his joints, a dirty bastard.
All right. So we got Matt. We got Jeff. I mean, it depends, because, like, you know, you can throw Batista, Orton, Cena.
Oi, get Orton out of there.
I did not give a shit about him as champion ever.
I'm tempted to eject you from the call right now, Dave. I
don't know. Well, I'm going to have to put my sleeping cap on, because I think the fact that there's only 4 is what makes it difficult. Like, if you said a top 100, I'd fucking rattle them off. But at 4, only 4, holy shit. Because there's also, WWE didn't give a fuck about it, but the fans did. There's transitional champions. Do you really put them in? You know what I mean? Do you put, I don't know. All I know is this. There's a big chunk of my life, I made a rule. So these 3, for me, my Mount Rushmore, these 3 have to make it. All right? John Cena, Randy Orton, Dave Bautista have to make my list because I made it a rule that I will not buy any merchandise when they're on top. Like, I don't buy their pay-per-views. I don't buy WWE Network. I just don't buy stuff. Like, I go out of my way. So, like, but then at the same time, is that, like, the opposite of not giving a fuck? Because you actually hate them. You don't fucking spend the product. Like, Kane.
Mark Henry.
Fucking horrible. Mark Henry. But, yeah. I don't know, Mark Henry. I love Mark Henry.
Dude, that run was so bad. Those run of pay-per-view matches.
Which one? It was like, yeah.
Not his ECW run. His ECW run was not too shabby, but when he had the actual belt with
Vince McMahon as an ECW, and also do they not give a fuck? Because Vince McMahon winning the ECW championship, that's a perfect don't give a fuck moment in history. Because Vince doesn't give a fuck, ECW fans don't give a fuck, wrestling fans don't give a fuck, sports entertainment. That might be the biggest don't give a fuck moment in history. Vince McMahon with an ECW title had to be one of the biggest don't give a fucks ever. Uh, is Enzo and Cass debuting at Fastlane? I doubt it. I could be wrong. The reason I doubt it is I don't think there's any tag team matches, and the second thing is they really like doing debuts on Monday night after. And I don't even know because like you have the Monday night, after this pay-per-view, but also that Monday night after WrestleMania, I see an NXT invasion. Like, I think right now in NXT, they just don't want the titles. Like, Finn Balor's like, here, the title's yours. The title's yours. Because they all want to be called up the Monday after Mania. They're just passing the title around. Like, I can see, like, a match where they're both holding their shoulders down. And they're like, no, it was me. You have the title. No, you have the title. I want to go to Raw Monday. Me too. Either that or there'll be like one person that's like, I don't want to go. Just, I'll be champ. We want a Dean heel. All right. But I don't think it will be that successful. This week's TNA was a 6-10, some good moments, and it still needs fixing. Kevin Eric Nell says, my heart says Ambrose. Also, it's a devious, sneaky part of my brain also says Ambrose. The rest of my brain says Reigns. Dean as heel won't work. Love these shows. Keep up the good work, gentlemen. Thank you, Ronald. This card is 100% predictable. Really?
Oh, we're the opposite.
Maybe we don't give a shit. Yeah. Like, maybe if we cared, we'd know.
Probably. You're probably right there.
So Roman Reigns heel turn is more logical. Yeah. Ray S says 60% Roman, 30% Dean, 10% Brock. Kevin Eric Snell, but I'm just throwing shit on the wall. No way, that's got to be illegal in Japan. Well, that's how we that's how we book All Japan. Oh, I'll be here all week. Fucking All Japan, I love you. I was gonna make a WWE joke, but then it would make no sense being in Japan. Oh man, you have no idea how bad All Japan has fallen. You have no idea how great All Japan was and how far they've fallen. Let me put it this way. Whoever's running All Japan makes Dixie Carter look like a genius.
Well, don't say things like that, Dave.
No. Fuck you. Come to an All Japan show. I'm buying you tickets. You don't even have to buy them. You'll find them on the fucking ground walking through Tokyo. I feel bad because All Japan used to be amazing. Ray says, I got Kalisto, Owens, my future wife, Sasha Banks, and Becky Lynch, AJ, and sadly, Reigns. Alberta says, yes, is predictable. Adrian says, what culture wrestling, how WWE should book 32 video was pretty good. Check it out. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of his for this reason alone. And I don't want to call him out on it, but like, there are people that hate What Culture so much, I'm indifferent, that like they literally find his booking stuff on smaller shows. So maybe it's just a coincidence, but there's like one show where they're like, yeah, you just stole Dave Koco's storyline. So, and it's late to the party, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of What Culture. I don't hate him. I'm just indifferent. But yeah, the booking of WrestleMania 32, I honestly don't like fantasy booking anymore. And the reason I don't like fantasy booking is not because, fucking, you're a nerd. No, fantasy book all you want. The reason I don't like fantasy booking is because then it's never going to happen. Like, I can watch, like, there's great fantasy bookings all the time. And you're like, man, that was amazing. And then you watch it, and you're like, nope, that didn't happen. So, yeah, I don't know. I have to take a break from TNA and fantasy booking. It's just not fun for me. Dave, Del Rio is making millions. Yes, he is. Samurai Del Sol. Yep. Kevin Eric Snell. Like, I don't know what to say to that. Kevin Eric Snell says, I like Adam more than I should, considering that it's kind of smug grits, funny smug gets get me. I don't know what gets means. So,
who's he talking about? Sorry, who's he talking about?
The What Culture
Adam?
guy. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I can't stand that show. I watched the invasion. I watched the how WWE should have booked the Nexus, and I just wanted to. It made me want to sit there and watch 7 hours of TNA. That's how depressing it was.
I don't want to be that guy, but I'm going to be that guy for a second. it's hard to take fantasy booking seriously from someone that's never booked a show. And I don't want to be that guy, but there's a huge difference. Like, I hate fantasy booking now because it's like, oh, Vince wanted it okay. Like, you already get that in your head. You know what I mean? And even then, you have to talk wrestlers into it. Like, you have, because, like, there's always that, well, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have them go through 97 fucking burning tables, and then a fucking tow truck is going to fall from the sky, and then you're like, well, you have to buy all that shit. You have to talk a wrestler into doing all that shit. If the wrestler gets hurt, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Last minute, no problem. Eric Snell, they should give Eva Marie Monster heel heat by letting her sing the national anthem. Yeah, Americans would go.
Apologize to Rick Rude.
Everybody go to LKVIP and sign up. The plug is brought to you by Ray, the pornaholic. How would you feel in a Gilbert versus Taker match? I think he meant Goldberg.
No, he meant Gilbert.
Versus Taker that would be the worst practical joke I would think only like 10% of the audience would pop for that. The rest of the audience would be like, what? What's going on?
That would go down in history as one of the greatest WrestleMania moments of all time. That's fancy booking at its peak. Oh, that would be brilliant. Oh, that's amazing. Who gave that? Who gave that? That was a great shout.
Ray, but I think you misspelled Goldberg. Goldberg versus Taker? I don't know. I'm not a fan of either, but I can see it being a great match. Like draw-wise, not in ring. This is my thing. If it's Goldberg versus Taker, I'm okay with it, but it better not be embarrassing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It don't have to be good. It does not have to be good, but it can't be embarrassing.
See, I think we should get Goldberg on the show. I think he should either do a Jericho's highlight reel or a Miz TV where he just comes out, he spears them, he hits the jackhammer, absolute great moment, crowd erupts, he moves on. Like, just something simple like that, where he doesn't have to wrestle a full-length match, just hit his spear, hit his jackhammer. Because let's be honest, every single Goldberg match in the history of Goldberg's, and he can probably admit this himself, the only thing you enjoy is the spear and the fucking jackhammer. Everything else is a sack of dog shit. So yeah. I wouldn't mind just the spear and the jackhammer.
But the thing is, one thing about Goldberg is you have to give Barry Horowitz to WCW. That is the ultimate example of hiding someone's weakness.
Oh, fuck yes.
It's the ultimate example. Yeah, he did mean Goldberg. People were busting his balls about it. Jobin in TNA. Oh, he's talking about low-key. I think he's talking about low-key to the user, not that. Brock Lesnar versus Batista at SummerSlam. I don't know why. Kevin Eric Snell. Nice. Okay. Brock Lesnar versus Batista at SummerSlam. I don't know why not. All right. I'm not sure what that means. Ray says, Dave, this is a serious question. Porn or doing podcasts? I'm probably doing podcasts. I'm old. And I have a wife. And I'm, probably doing podcasts. I mean, because the thing is, a podcast is fun for like 10, 20 minutes. Oh, I guess porn could be fun for 10, 20 minutes. But then you have I don't know. I have a wife, so I'm good. I'm not saying I'm above porn. I assure you, I watch porn. But it's not like I don't rate it over anything. I don't porn's up there with hey, something. I don't know. Yeah, no, I'd probably rather do podcasts. Batista versus some Marvel comic villain. Marvel's got too much money. They could throw some away on WrestleMania weirdness. Yeah, but Marvel has to protect their image, and Batista has to protect their image. So that's a big risk. The Arrow worked out great, but there's RoboCop, Chucky, there's millions that don't work out great. So, Batista versus some Marvel Comics villain, I think could work. Okay, no. I mean, think about it. Celebrity-wise / comic book-wise, what has worked? I think Green Arrow's worked. I thought Snooki worked. I think Lawrence Taylor worked. Some ways, Mr. T, some ways not. I think he was lucky because it was so new. Mr. T nowadays would have got shit out of the fucking building. But
Seth Green, I liked Seth Green. He was a good celebrity. I thought he did a good job.
Yeah. But I think for Batista, he has to worry about his reputation because he's a decent. he's a decent Hollywood star to becoming a huge Hollywood star. Like even though he's older, he's on the right path to Hollywood stardom. And you don't want to fuck that up by fucking wrestling Doctor Doom at WrestleMania. And then Marvel's comic villains, who, it's Marvel has a great reputation right now. Marvel is hitting home run after home run in the entertainment field. Why would you want to risk it? I think there's maybe a 10% chance that working out being good, but I don't think Batista would take that chance. I don't think Marvel would take that chance. I could be wrong, though. Isn't he reading you dumbass questions? I guess he isn't reading your dumbass questions. All right, I just did.
Speaking of dumbass questions.
Yeah. Crazy JJ is chatting a gold turd chant. What I love about live comments, there are people that absolutely despise it, people that love it, and then people like, he won't fucking read this. I'm going to be completely honest. I understand why podcasters don't go to live comments. Like a long time ago, I was like, hey, live comments. Why don't you go to live comments? Now, I'm like, yeah, I see why.
I could be in bed right now.
Yeah, I would tie Eva Marie, and you know where it comes from. All right. Dave usually goes back after a while and reads stuff 10, 15 minutes, 30 minutes ago, then spends an hour doing this, so / no worries. See, Kevin Erksnell set him straight. Roman Reigns' Rhino hasn't happened yet, right? I don't think so, no. I doubt it. It might have happened on some house show, but I don't think – but I have the worst memory. I don't think that's ever happened. On Twitter, at D Dragonite says, yeah, Rhino versus Roman Reigns. Has that ever happened?
No.
At David T Dragonite, yeah, I meant them actually having Reigns punch Stephanie. WWE would never do intergender violence ever. And yeah, even though WWE's ratings are in the gutter, they'll have excuses as usual. Yeah, they're very good at propaganda and they're very good at making money, but they're not very good at making their product. Like, if I was to teach a marketing and propaganda lesson and I have no idea, college professors, why you don't do this, WWE would be the ultimate company to follow. I mean, and not that, but WWE would eat that up. They'd be like, oh, come to the university and tell us about propaganda and marketing. They always go after Apple, and Apple's like, fuck you. You ain't fucking doing that shit. Crowd was like, meh, while it was booked, so whoever spear is better. Oh my God, don't change the channel moment. Ray, I was at the Raw, Dave. Oh, well, that's cool. Hope you had fun. On television, it did not look good. Adrian, heel Roman Reigns versus Undertaker. Yeah, that's a possibility. That makes sense. I mean, there are internet rumors that some people hold them at a high value, some people don't. There are internet rumors that what's the word I'm talking about? Oh, that Undertaker will be taking someone on that's not on the current WWE roster, but they're just rumors. So some people will find out. Ray, how about Kane versus Big Show versus Strowman versus Freiburg for the main event of WrestleMania? If there was no pushback whatsoever, that's what Vince would do. Man, written all over it. Triple H will shit himself if Brock Lesnar wins. He already beat him once. Compare how WWE books now compared to Ruthless Aggression and Attitude Era. Oh, that's a great question. That might have to be a Stump the Idiot question.
That's a great question. Yeah, I agree. That should be a Stump. That should be a Stump the Idiot. That's a really good question.
Yeah. Let's just give a bullshit short answer. But Ray always comes back. Compare WWE books now. I think now, Attitude Era was, we'll do anything for ratings. We got to be entertaining. Let's shock the world and take WCW out. So, Ruthless Aggression was, let's show the world we have better athletes. And now WWE's like, they book to sell shit. Yeah, it's like the Home Shopping Network. That's what it is. WWE is the Home Shopping Network. It's like, hey. But the thing is, WWE is full of shit, too, because if it was the Home Shopping Network, Dean Ambrose would be on top of the world. CM Punk would be on top of the world. It's like the Home Shopping Network ran by a fucking idiot. That's it. You know? Just looked it up. Roman Reigns versus Rhino wasn't a one-on-one. It was weird. 4 versus 4 versus 4 versus 4 match with the Wyatts, DCW guys, League of Nations, and the generic baby faces. That sounded like a horrible match. But Kevin Eric Snell doing his fucking research. That's awesome. But they did have a solo showdown in the middle of the mess. All right.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that was like a December.
Are you just saying that? That sounded like you were just out of nowhere. You're like, yeah, I remember that.
Don't you remember coming on ranting and raving about the ECW guys? Because I remember it was Dreamer, Rhino, and the Dudleys versus League of Nations. It was just after League of Nations formed, and it took up like the first full hour of Raw. And I remember coming on here and slaughtering it with you. It was a pretty funny, entertaining show. How can you?
And I don't even remember what happened last week. Like someone will be like, "Remember when you said that on a review?" I'll be like, "No, I don't. I don't."
Because they did a stare down and it got quite good reaction, and then we speculated if they'll do that at Mania, but Rhino's fucked off somewhere into the oblivion. I have no clue where the poor guy is, but good for him, I guess. He made a payday.
Ray is making a prediction. The Wyatts will beat up Lesnar. Lois says, "I slapped Stephanie with my dick." Dave, after tits. Tits. It's not even close. I wrote a song. I'm hoping that I get the lyrics. I wrote a song for my friend's band about how much I love tits. Yeah, I'm a tits all the way. How did you think they will? I mean, I do love ass. I assure you. You know, honking a good ass, but no, tits that's the cat's fucking me out. It is. Ray says, how do you think they will book Styles after Fastlane? My prediction, and I hope I'm right, is they'll find a really good wrestler on the roster to have an awesome dream match. That's what I'm hoping for. Because, there's a lot of awesome wrestlers that have no storylines, and AJ Styles is an awesome wrestler. So it would just be nice to have an awesome match. Maybe Dolph Ziggler, but I don't know.
He doesn't win enough. It wouldn't mean anything. The guy never fucking wins.
That's true. I don't know. Just come back to New Japan, AJ. We're glad you made it. You made it on the big stage. Come on back. Adrian says, create a WrestleMania 32 main event. This is off list. Anyone could be in it, like Steve Austin, Eddie Guerrero, and Chris Benoit. All right. Well, I mean, if all bets are off, I guess they're all in their primes. I always wanted to see a Kurt Angle versus Bret Hart match in their primes. I always thought that would be like, if you're just, I don't know what the rules of this are. I mean, you have Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero, so I imagine it's in their primes. But I thought Kurt Angle versus Bret Hart match has always been in their primes, of course. Nowadays, not so much.
I've got Kurt Angle versus Nigel McGuinness. Not Kurt Angle, sorry. Chris Benoit versus Nigel McGuinness. I'd love to see that. Nigel McGuinness in his prime. Holy Jesus.
Yeah, and I would have put Muda on the card in his prime versus somebody. That would be great. I don't know who it would be. I don't know. Maybe we'll have a dream match where like everyone's in their prime. But yeah, whenever comes up, people in their prime, I always think Bret Hart versus Kurt Angle. Throw in Muda. Yeah. Crazy J Ray. If a woman is going to try to kick my ass, I'm fighting back unless she's giving me sex after she kicks my ass. Oh, that's good. That's good.
That's good. We promote women's violence.
Well, here's my thing. And this happened to me recently, and I didn't hit her back. But like I think if you treat them as equals, if any human being attacks another human being, the attackee has every right to defend themselves. I don't care. And it's the thing is, it's the age thing, because you have like 17, 16-year-olds going around hitting people thinking it's okay. You have 90-year-olds hitting people and thinking it's okay. I think once you hit someone else, no matter of sex or age, all bets are off. Like if I walk up, I hate John Cena, but in John Cena's defense, if I just walked up and hit him for no fucking reason, John Cena has every right to beat the living piss out of me. I don't know. Maybe I just grew up with who hit first. You know, maybe it's the American self-defense thing because, you know, it just gets ridiculous. Like, and not that, but a lot of times people don't know how to throw a punch. Like, but that doesn't matter. Like, if you went to hit someone, I don't give a fuck if you're a 90-year-old woman or a 16-year-old teen boy. You hit someone, that's it. Gloves are off. You deserve whatever's coming to you. And if that makes me, you know, not a social justice warrior or whatever, I just found out what that was. People refer online all the time. I love living in Japan. I don't fucking know half the shit you guys are talking about. But if that pisses you off, then don't fucking hit someone. Don't. You know, like if a woman comes up and hits someone and they get knocked the fuck out, there was no injustice. In my part, there's no problem. Now, if you go and beat your fucking woman and she's like, no, don't hit me, you're a fucking asshole and deserve to fucking die. But if this bitch is like, I'm fucking Rocky Balboa, I'm a fucking got some boobies and a cha-cha, you're never gonna fucking hit me back, that bitch deserves to get knocked the fuck out. And that's it. Don't fucking punch people without, like, if you punch someone, there should be consequences. You know, you see, like, because old people, young people, and females, they have something in common. They think they can hit you and there won't be consequences. And that's not the case. There should be fucking consequences. And in a storyline, if you beat the shit out of a ring announcer and slap men all the time, there should be consequences. I think Stephanie McMahon is the worst human being for little girls to look up to. She pretends she's a role model. Because here's the thing. Stephanie McMahon will go to the ring, she'll slap Roman Reigns and walk out and give a little smirk, and Roman Reigns will be like, there's nothing I can do! And a fucking 13, 14-year-old girl is going to see that, go to a 16-year-old who obviously is a lot bigger, slap her, and be like, he's going to look like Roman Reigns. And then her face is fucking dented for the rest of her life. No. I'm sorry. If I'm wrong, and I could be, maybe I'm an old man. Maybe. Do you agree or disagree? If you hit someone, you have what's coming to you.
I don't know, because I've never been in a situation where a woman's hit me. I've never seen anyone being hit by a woman. Because I do know there is a person I know who has been hit by a woman, and he hit her back, and he was ripped on for a while. I know for a fact we ripped the shit out of him for a while for hitting a woman. Like, it was just my beliefs. You should never put your hands on a woman. But if the woman is really bullying you and really, like, psychologically fucking you up, you know, I don't think hit in the face, maybe a slap. I don't think, like, full clenched fist is the way forward there. But, you know, or push, maybe a push or something like that. But if you're a lot bigger with her, maybe pin her to the ground. But none of this hitting. I don't think any guy, no matter what, should hit a woman.
I almost agree with you. But if someone, like, I'm not doing anything. If you fucking hit a dude and the dude hits you back, I'm fucking going back to my fucking office. I'm not even fucking stepping in. I'll step over your knocked out fucking body and be like, yo, I'm late. I ain't fucking stepping in. Fuck you. You get that can of worms. Now, if you're in an abusive relationship, no. I'll step up and be like, bro. No, not cool. You know what I mean? But no, because I've seen too many fucking people be like, and the thing, especially with young people, you get that 16 to 17-year-olds, God, they're like, I'm going to hit this old man and he ain't going to do anything. Fuck you. And the same thing, like, if you move to a different country, they'll do the same thing. Like, they'll be like, we can hit white people because the cops will take my fucking point of view on it. Yeah, well, cops will take your point of view on it when you got a fucking broken face. I don't know. I am under the impression no one touches anyone without consent. That's it. Yeah. That's it. I don't give a fuck if you got a vagina, penis, or fucking you're 98 or 17. You do not touch another person without consent. Johnny Oliveira, I'll just say Johnny O. I don't think they will turn either Reigns or Ambrose heel because they see Reigns as a cash cow and Ambrose to say face so he can get Roman cheered. LOL. I agree with that. Is today's society being a whore is a compliment? Oh, without a doubt. It really is. Like, today, people have no values. That's not even a young generation thing. That's just people in general. Like, a lot of times people are like, society, it's because of the young people. No, it's not. You're all fucking horrible. Adrian says Steve Austin versus Dean Ambrose. Oh, that would be pretty sweet. That'd be a great story. I mean, obviously Steve Austin, CM Punk. The storyline writes itself. Dave, are you Jay Garrick, Barry Allen, or Wally West?
I don't know who those people are. I'm going to call
Fuck
spade.
The fact that you don't know who they are pisses me off. I was always a Barry Allen Flash guy. I'm not any of the three. And if I was Barry Allen, would I tell you? But I was a Barry Allen because Jay Garrick was always like, that's what old people read. And Wally West was like, who's this new guy? Like, I'm so hypocritical. I'm like in the middle. Like, if you go Jay, I'm like, fuck him, fuck you and your old Flash. And then Wally West comes around, I'm like, what? You ain't fucking Barry Allen. Yeah, I am a Barry Allen hypocrite. That's what I am. Crazy J Ray. Then I say let her kick away, and if she's gonna give me sex afterwards. Book WrestleMania. Would you like? That's a separate show. You can't even type right, and you're talking about sex stuff. Just stop first, man. Okay. Boop 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 boop. Kevin, Eric Snell, Daniel Bryan can do better than Bella, and sadly, so can you. Oh well, I don't know. She might be a good person. I would like to believe she's a good person. I don't see anything that shows that she's a good person, but I don't know. It's like, you know, she could be a good person just to Daniel Bryan, and for Daniel Bryan, that's enough. I don't know. I want to believe. This is my problem. I want to believe in a happily ever after. I'm like a fat girl reading a romance novel on Valentine's Day. I just want to believe. I want to believe when she's around Daniel Bryan, she's a princess, and Daniel Bryan lived happily ever after. That's what I want to believe. If I'm being over romantic here, I'm sorry. Okay, you want to add anything?
No.
All right, I'm going to go through fast because like now the chat is just insulting each other. Eddie Guerrero versus Kevin Owens would be awesome. Go ahead.
Oh no, I saw some of the stuff at the bottom. It's getting a bit really dodgy, like offending women and offending coloured women. So we'll speed that shit up. Yeah.
All right, we'll just skip. How about this? The top 5 best comments, and then we'll end it. Sound good?
Yeah, cool. Sounds perfect.
You know, because like if it's about wrestling and it's about a legit debate, but once we start getting into racism and it's a little much. Koco and LK, Superman versus Batman versus Iron Man versus Hulk, who would win? I hate Superman. Obviously, Superman is win because I'm fucking dude. Superman's like fighting 2-year-olds. Wow, what a fucking hero! Fuck Superman. He'll win, but my bet's not on Superman. Batman. Ben Affleck for life, Team Affleck, Iron Man, Hulk. You know what? I'm going Hulk. Because hear me out. Superman will be beating the fucking living shit out of Hulk, and he'll just get angrier and angrier. I'm going Hulk. Because you know what? Who would have guessed Dave Koco goes with the angry guy? Who would have guessed that? Anger always wins. Superman would win, but I'm going Hulk. And Ben Affleck, I'm Team Affleck all the way. And Iron Man is awesome, but I'm going Hulk.
This is gonna right. So I'm a big pro wrestling fan. So you're like, oh, what a nerd. Every word that came out of your mouth was gibberish. That stuff interests me nothing at all. I never got into Batman, never got into Superman, never get into the Hulk. I can understand why people collect comics, and I'm not going to bash them for doing it. Never got into comics, never got into that. I like sci-fi, I like sci-fi movies. I just don't give a fuck about that genre in any way, shape, or form. And that probably shocks you. Like, look at this wrestling nerd. Oh, he's got to be a nerd. Look at this nerd. No, I just don't enjoy that kind of thing. And give me heel heat all you want. I don't like that at all. But you can like what you want, and I'm not going to hate you for it.
How dare you? Yeah, there's people arguing about people fucking liking shit. Dude, just pump your brakes, chat. What the fuck, man? People can enjoy what they want to enjoy. XPW or ECW? ECW. And that's not even a knock on XPW. It's just ECW changed the landscape of pro wrestling. If it wasn't for ECW, I'd still not be there. I mean, a lot of XPW tried to do a lot of great things, and that's one thing where if there was an IWC that ruined it, poor XPW, man. People attacked them like crazy. But I don't hate XPW. It's just if I had to choose, definitely ECW. ECW changed the way wrestling is done forever. Chris Jericho is fat now. Yeah. All right. KocoSports actually reviews Talk Wrestling and not interrupted by donations. Oh well. I don't know. I'm always like, I'm not gonna ever ask for money, and then like LK is like, look how much this guy's making, and I'm like, okay, I might ask for money in the future. Like, it was so funny because LK is pro donations and I'm anti donations.
No. Donation. I'm subscription. I think that you should give. They should give you something. You should give them something back. Not give me $10 and I'll give you a shout out. No, that's
gotcha. Well, the funny thing is, like, I don't know if it was you or Jerry, but they're like, you should ask for donations. Oh, I'll never ask for donations. Who the fuck does that? And then they showed me some YouTuber, like an average YouTuber, and he's like making $10,000, $20,000, and I'm like, I went from I'll never ask for donations to, well, maybe I'll ask for donations.
How do I set this up? How do I set it up?
Yeah, I would like to not do it, but when you see people asking for donations and how much large money amounts they get, you start to feel stupid. You're like, wait a second. But now I hope I never have to. But there'll be, if I do take donations, people would fucking go absolutely crazy after everything I've said. Kevin Eric Snell says Wyatt needs to test out this crowd control, have him try and get the crowd chanting something he makes up on the spot. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, The Rock can do that. Jericho thinks he can do it, but he does it sometimes. He can maybe try to intimidate authority, demonstrate controls the crowd or something. Yeah.
He did that one time with the whole world in his hands, didn't he?
Yeah, and all that, but they also had the lights and shit. I don't know. I just... and I'm not just saying this because, we're YouTube buddies, but I wish, like, someone like Wrestling Ranting booked the Wyatts. Because a lot of people are like, how would you book the Wyatts? And, like, I don't know, just that style of pro wrestling storytelling doesn't interest me. But, like, there are people out there that could tell a story well, and I think Wrestling Ranting would be one of those. Well, yeah, okay. You guys are still fighting? I skipped, 20 comments, and they're still going at it in the chat. I don't know. The Wyatts have potential to be great. Major long-term angle. They changed the power. Yeah, but they have to win. You're on live. Yep. Kane versus Big Show. The loser must retire. Have it where it's a draw. But that means they would probably both stay. Crazy J-Ray. Boop. I'm just trying to catch up. All right. AJ Styles in the Devil's Pit, so he's fucked for now. Kevin Eric Snell. If you're worried AJ didn't get a pop in Seattle, don't worry. The crowd wanted nothing except Brian. They were just waiting quietly. Won't happen again. All right. Well, that's good. Kevin Eric Snell is speaking for Seattle. Tip my hat to you. Holy crap. How many fucking comments are there? I'm like, all right, I made it to the end. And then fucking 90 comments appeared. All right. I don't want to be that asshole that just ends the show, but we got to go fast. How much time you got, LK?
Dude, I start working fucking 5 hours and I've kipped 2 hours. I need some kip. Let's fucking wreck this shit up.
All right. I'm going to go as fast as I can. I know what sucks? I wish you could just leave. You can't leave because of fucking YouTube. You're punished. Do you want to mute it and then you can go to sleep and I'll just message you? End the podcast. YouTube. Dave, when are you doing KocoSports Stream 5? I want to, but Rob has the technology because I own a Mac. If they make one if I buy a PC, I'll probably do it. Or if they make the newest version for a Mac, I'll probably do it. Or whenever Rob is free. So it's basically Rob. I threw Rob right under the bus. It's when me and Rob are free. I did. I was like, hey, the reason it's not happening is Rob. I'm a good friend. AJ Styles main eventing a big pay-per-view, WrestleMania or SummerSlam, maybe Payback or Night of Champions. Pushing envelope, WWE Styles. Roman Reigns says bitch 5 times. Yeah, that's true. YouTube just went crazy on me. Yeah, me too. Koco, I sent you a tweet. Cena teases Punk on Instagram. WWE profile pic is back. Really? That's a cool way to tease stuff. I don't know if it'll happen, but it would be interesting. I would dude, CM Punk versus Undertaker again. I don't know. You know what it is? This is such a good rumor that it's almost like, all right, I'll fall into it. You know what? Like, yeah, you ever? It's like WWE with CM Punk returning is like a hot chick, and you're stuck in the friend zone. You're like, I know I'm not going to get laid, but I really want to get laid, so I'll go through the motions. You know what I mean? That's what CM Punk and WWE is like. And maybe one day, you'll get to sleep with the girl in the friend zone. Maybe one day CM Punk will return. But my attitude towards the girl in the friend zone and CM Punk going to WWE is the same. Like, it's not going to happen, but just in case, I'll come along for the ride. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Undertaker picks his opponents. Yeah, most likely. Would you rather see paint dry on a wall or Roman Reigns? I don't know.
Depends what
Is
color.
it a nice
Depends
painting?
what...
Yeah. No. Wood or stucco wall? LK would have sex with Orton. All right.
No.
I don't know what that is. Mount Rushmore of Don't Give a Fuck champions would be Triple H, John Cena, Kevin Nash, and sorry, dude, Vern Gagne. Oh, we're going back in history for that burn. New PWG preview video just was uploaded about 5 minutes ago. New Japan Forever. Yeah, I got to do a New Japan thing. I watched Night 2 and not Night 1. Are you guys okay with me only reviewing Night 2? Or should I fucking get off my lazy ass and watch Night 1? All right. Mount Rushmore of drag, Don't Give a Fuck champions does imply zero interest or investment by the consumer. Like Bischoff, Heat, turn the channel off, go to bed early. Okay. How far for All Japan has fallen? Seriously, they got a new champion, Kento something, and I've never heard of this guy. They've fallen bad. Like, the only thing... They've fallen so bad that, like, All Japan defenders are like, it's really good. You guys should check it out. Like, they're that audience. And it's like... Remember when they were awesome? It's bad. Like, they lost their television deal. The owner was crazy, like legit crazy. Wrestlers, a lot of wrestlers didn't resign. They lied to Muda. The attendance is just shit. Like, it's embarrassing. Like, if you turn on All Japan and see the attendance, you're just like, holy shit. All Japan was awesome with Masawa and Kenta. Agree. Why didn't Kawada leave All Japan with the rest and go to Noah? I don't know. Go check out the tweet I sent Tease Punk on Instagram. Yeah, we talked about that. Kevin, that Vern one hurts. How about David Arquette? Or is that more of an organic fuck you heat? Yeah. But I think David Arquette cared. I think Kevin Eric Snell. You know what? I know this is going to give me heel heat. I am nowhere near as angry as the rest of the world about David Arquette. Like, I think it was horrible. I think it sucks, but I don't think it was the worst thing ever. I don't know. Maybe I watched a lot of bad wrestling. Like, it was bad and it was horrible, but the worst thing ever? No. It's like getting in a mindset, I don't care about the title because he has it. I don't care if he loses it either. Oh, okay. Yeah. I would then, if that's the case, John Cena, Randy Orton, Batista, that era. And then the Hardys could share it. No, fuck that. It's Jeff. Fucking Matt don't even get to get his own statue. Just put up a picture of Jeff and it's both Hardys. Goldberg did that at Legend Show not too long ago. Did I just hear my name? Whatever that was, fuck you, TNA.
This is when you know you need to wrap it up. This is when you know you need to wrap it up, Coco.
Yeah, you guys keep freezing. Rather, I use my phone 4G hooked up to my computer. Oh, fuck, that sucks.
Yeah, 4G is not really. If you connect to Wi-Fi, the stream's pretty damn impressive. It's never froze for me, and that's how I read the live comments.
All right, what's Triple H? All right. We got nothing but TNA and Triple H sex position. I'm going to go with, if there's a great comment, I apologize. So, there you go. I'm just trying to see if there's something. I apologize if we're missing good comments. Because there's a lot. Do you guys cover boxing? We do Coco Sports, but lately Coco Sports has been more of a marketing company than a news company. And yeah, we cover MMA. We don't really cover it on this show because pro wrestling, you get to compete, you can have conversations. MMA and boxing, it's like, who's not going to go to ESPN or Fox Sports or, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, we do. On YouTube, no, we don't cover on YouTube. We might in the future, but it's right now. Speak from the heart and not for your WWE followers. I don't think WWE is good. Just because I like TNA doesn't mean I think WWE is good. I didn't watch this week's TNA. LK fucking plugs his VIP.
Fucking course I do. I'm a marketing machine. I'm Gary Vaynerchuk. I don't sleep.
Right.
I don't sleep. I don't sleep.
Save us, Dean. GTC Gaming. Save us, Dean Ambrose. Your only hope. Yeah, the ROH. Yeah, the ROH New Japan collaboration is great. I didn't see day 1 completely, and I don't want to review it. I've seen day 2 completely, and I enjoyed it a lot. So yeah, definitely check it out. It's on the thing, and I got to be doing that. All right, I think that's it. Forsaken says he can't watch live, but we can get Forsaken. But I will when I get home. Hope everyone's doing good. I'll be watching the pay-per-view like all of you. Oh, so I guess he's on his way back from China. I have to buy, dude. I still have to buy. I have to buy Forsaken a trophy. Maybe that's, dude. There's a lot of people in America that owe me money. I'll get them to buy me a trophy to give to Forsaken. Because sometimes PayPal is such a pain in the dick.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the dick. Like, there's like tons of people are like, I owe you $8 trillion. How can I pay you? Can I pay you through PayPal? And PayPal's like, no. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Maybe I owe PayPal money from like 8 years ago that I forgot about. Anyway, this is getting way off topic. Let's see. We got a tweet. Bam. Oh, at Vinny the Samurai. Last tweet of the night. Hey, Dave and LK, who do you guys think is the best British pro wrestler? Well, LK would be a way better answer than that. I mean, if you go all time, I think you'd have to give respect to William Regal. I don't know. I feel like I don't have enough knowledge at UK British pro wrestling to give an answer. I mean, and not only that, but British pro wrestler, you know, because I thought Finn Balor, but he's from Ireland, and people are like, that doesn't count. I don't know. I'm gonna let LK go first because it's your own backyard. Who do you got? Best British
Dave,
wrestler.
We just got a comment that mentioned and referenced us both. We didn't just get me, or we didn't just get you. We got both. Give that one a retweet. Give that one. Write that down in history.
Had Vinny Samurai, he has respect. Nothing but respect. Go on.
Probably Will Ospreay. Every time I've seen the guy, I remember I saw him in November. He had an incredible match with Okada. Literally, Okada picked the man up, shook his hand, and raised his hand. It was that good. And then a couple of days ago, I saw him in the triple threat of Pete Dunne and Marty Scurll. The guy's fucking incredible. He's over with the crowd. He's over with the children. He's over everywhere. He's a credible fucking worker. He's going to New Japan this June, which is great. But one that not many people talk about, and I think will be a great, great, great sports entertainer one day, is Nathan Cruz. He's doing some stuff with Progress for the Origin. He's doing stuff for NGW at the minute. He really is taking UK Indies by storm. So I guarantee you in 10 years' time, he will be in WWE. The guy's got the look. He can wrestle. He's fucking amazing on the stick. I honestly think Nathan Cruz is going to be the way forward, and I really, really like Nathan Cruz. So Nathan Cruz for sports entertainer, wrestler, Will Ospreay.
All right, I'm going to read these comments real quick, and we're going to wrap it up. Get your stop button ready. Save us, Dean Ambrose, your only hope. Kevin Eric Snell says Triple H versus Ambrose would be a genuinely nice WrestleMania feud. I think so. Nice vid. Getting some sleep now. Good night. Sweet dreams. The last comment. Bye, everyone. Good night. Okay. Vinny. Hey, Coco LK. What do you think of What Culture's wrestling channel? It's got nice production. I don't watch it that much. A couple times. It's just not my cup of tea, but he's doing a great job, so I don't want to player hate on the guy. I do hate the fantasy booking stuff because it comes off fake as shit. Low-key, and not all that, but, like, I don't know. He's doing everything right to be successful in YouTube, but, like, to me, I hate doing what it takes to be successful in YouTube. Hence why I'm here. You know, like, he did a review where he was drunk. I'm like, I ain't clicking on that shit. I think I might be subscribed. Yeah, I am subscribed. I might unsubscribe. But I don't know. I'm happy for their success. I don't enjoy their show. I think that's the official answer. You know, I don't want to player hate on him, but at the same time, I don't enjoy his show. Low-key versus Prime WCW Eddie Guerrero or Ray. He'll be Ultimo Dragon WCW. All right. Oh, it's okay. So low key versus okay. So I guess everyone's in their prime. Low key, Eddie Guerrero or Ray Ultimo Dragon.
Eddie Ultimo Dragon's what I would want, but I mean that happened.
I'm
That
leaning towards
happened.
low key Eddie Guerrero, but I'm going with CTC game. My girl wants Dave's volume to be even with LK. LK, did you turn up your volume?
Sorry?
CTC gaming says you're a lot louder than me.
Maybe it's because I'm using the mic, or maybe because I'm in control of the broadcast button.
I don't know. We had a lot of technical difficulties with this show. But I want to give ourselves a Barry Horowitz for not going on a 20-minute rant about how bad it was AJ Styles. I was reading a comment. AJ Styles runs YouTube. That's why you have a sign in the back. They're like, AJ, don't cut us off. No, how bad YouTube is. So it's bad. Andy Paps wants to piss me off. The Bullet Club can't be stopped. You know what? I enjoy Bullet Club, and I haven't enjoyed Bullet Club in a while. This last show, night 2 of the Ring of Honor show, I really enjoyed him, and I love Kenny Omega. I don't know. He's doing a great job. I was a little pissed off at Kenny Omega. Okay, yeah, he's just saying. Low key says I might check it. To be honest with you, yeah, he's just messing with me. Low key, he's just saying he'll check out your VIP, and he's just messing with me. Yeah, it's just here's the end all. TNA, it might be better than WWE. I don't enjoy reviewing it, and I don't want to bash fans. And I think if I did TNA reviews right now, I would just bash fans, and I don't want to be that show. So I'm just taking a break. We've took breaks before, but I guess I don't want to say popular. That's fairly douchey. I guess we're viewed more. Still douchey. Our audience is bigger. Not as douchey. We'll go with that one. Our audience is a little bigger, so now it's really noticeable. It's like, oh, you don't cover TNA, so I felt like I had to give a reason. If you enjoy TNA, enjoy TNA. I don't enjoy the fact that not many people watch the reviews, and the ones that do watch the reviews are like, you didn't say it was perfect. And it just wears on you. It wears on you. Johnny, and plus, I hate, when they just give you the same talking points. It's like this, and this, and then you back it up with facts. You're like, no, I just don't like TNA. That's not true. You're a WWE fanboy. Yeah. Johnny says, if ROH wants to do a real war of the worlds, they should take advantage of New Japan, CML, and Rev Pro relationships and have a super show. Yeah, that would be amazing. 44444 for life. All right. Kevin Eric Snell. LK needs to turn up his volume because he speaks low monotone. The audio mix is good. All right, so I guess we're good. Kevin Eric Snell's got your back. Crazy J Ray. WEW or WOW? I don't know much about WOW. Oh, WOW is the really old one, the Volcano. I like WEW. I don't know if I'm wrong. I remember living in Florida, and I used to be able to watch it 2 o'clock in the morning. It was like ECW's Women's Fed. It had no connections, but it had that feel. And you had to watch it 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. I loved it. The WOW, I never watched the new version. I did watch the old version when I was a kid. And I watched it, but I thought it was ridiculous. So I imagine as a kid, if I watched it and thought it was ridiculous, if I watched it as an adult, it probably would be way over the top ridiculous. But you know what? I enjoyed WW. I don't know. I don't watch it. I don't even know if it's still in business, but I do remember when I lived in Florida, I would stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning and I'd have it on. WCW 2001 or TNA 2014?
Oh, you son of a bitch.
That's tough. That will be the last question of the night.
I'd probably go TNA 2014. Actually, I don't know, because 2001 WCW is when they're having that youth movement. It was just too little too late.
Yeah. Let me do some research. This is going in the box. I'm going to say... I don't know. I'm going to say, for the sake of having an answer, tie. But it's going in the box. I'll do some research, look around. Because it's, I could say TNA 2014 or I could say WCW 2001, but I want to know exactly what was going on in 2001. Because I loved WCW growing up, but towards the end it was horrible. So you have to find out. In 2001, was that the WCW I loved? Was that horrible WCW? Where did it go? And yeah, I'm just really bad. I don't want to give an answer that's full of shit. So I'm going to say push. Are you giving an answer? You have a better memory than
You can't. Yeah, but the thing is, though, WWE 2001 was like 3 months. That's not a lot of time to talk about a whole year. Whereas TNA had, I don't know though, because I remember Jeff Hardy did when he was on Crack did that Willow gimmick. Oh my Jesus H Christ on a popsicle stick, that was bad. Oh my golly gosh. No, I'll probably say WCW in 2001 was better because I enjoyed because they had the youth movement, didn't they? They had loads of cruiserweight tag teams. I enjoyed 2001 WCW for what's worth.
Crazy J Ray says I like WW because the women got nude on there. I don't know. I was watching on like public access cable. I never saw them get nude. Unless it's a different WW. I could be wrong. I'm thinking of like the ECW version of pro wrestling with all women that was on like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning on cable.
Yeah, I think ZZW still runs that. They run the show before ZZW runs it.
Oh, okay. So, at Vinny's MRI last tweet, I respect LK a lot. That's why I mention him, especially because I live in the UK and he's the champ for staying up late. All right, well, Vinny's Samurai gives you the nod of approval. All right, please check out CocoSports.net or KocoSports.com. It's where you can get flyers, marketing, and all that. We used to be a news site, but maybe we'll be a news site again in the future. But right now, we're more of a marketing company because Jerry's chasing those big dollars. Big dollar Jerry. Big dollar Jerry. And check out ProWrestling.me. We're hoping to make it a nice community where we can just have conversations and talk about it. Like I would love for like other podcasters to come on and embed their podcast, build like a legit community, and also like where it's like a pro wrest bar feel to it, But hopefully it takes off. And subscribe to Koco Plays. I haven't done a Koco Plays in like 12 years. I showed it to one of my friends because I got hired as a comedian for a YouTube channel. And I showed it to one of my friends, and he's like, "Why the fuck do you do this? It's like it's the worst of everything." And I was like, "Fuck you! You're subscribing." Koco Plays is my Let's Play channel, Bunk and Cheese, and then there's LK VIP. Tell them about LK VIP, and then let's wrap this bad boy up.
I've already talked about every single fucking. Just go sub. I'll put the link in the description. It's really self-explanatory. Just go over there. I'm absolutely tired, Coke, and I really need to get some damn sleep. I really have to go. Wrap this bad boy up now.
All right, there will be a New Japan review. I don't know if I'll be doing it live because not doing it live is way easier for my real life situation. And I only watched night 2. LK, you for the internet imagery. Review night 2 only. Do you get a pass? Or should I watch night 1 and do it super late? Or should I do night 2 with a night 1 later?
Just do night 2. If you've already watched night 2, just do night 2. Like I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure they'd rather night 2 than no review at all. That's the way I see it.
All right. Well, okay, you made the decision, and when they hate me, I'm going to blame you. All right.
That's what you do anyway.
Okay, you got your finger on the button?
It's on the button. It's on that damn button. It's fucking it's the trigger button.
With that, I am over.